Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. The holidays are over, the vacations are had, and we are still working on alternative scheduling to actually give you more content when we are busy on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working on alternative scheduling and totally not forgetting to discuss and figure shit out.
Yeah,
Right?
of course. What do you take us for?
I am debating if Brent is down for it before we get swept out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Treating everybody to a split playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza where I get to do the easy stuff and he gets to do the tougher stuff. But we'll see. We need to start getting some Switch 2 gaming up and running on the what's it called?
Channel?
Yes, on the channel before we Gizmo, don't play with that. We need to get some Switch 2 gaming up and running on the channel outside of what we've done with Mario Kart World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, see, Gizmo, you can roll around and play with my feet. Don't tear up the cables, please. Yes. It'd be cute if she got picked up by the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's loud enough for that, though. Yeah. Come here. Yeah. You want attention. Yeah, you do. He's mesmerized by the stylus in your hand. She's like, that's enough, Uncle Brent. Don't tease me. Gizmo, enough with playing with the cables and the wiring, please. Could just bribe her into the bedroom with treats and put her in kitty jail for the duration, but I don't want to be too cruel, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when she's got a good little catnip mat right over there to roll around on. Gizmo, come on. Come on, little one. Come on. Can't behave yourself. You can't be in the living room. We'll be back. Start screaming it a bit. Boy. Treasure chest, get to!
Try to, but the current is very strong.
Oh, the current could suck it.
I wonder. I'm gonna try one thing.
Well, wonder no more. I feel like in terms of stylus control, Kirby Canvas Curse did it a smidgen better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's been ages since I played that game, and I'd have to repurchase a used copy for the DS Online.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just see what that would run me. Just for the hell of it. No, recently used apps. The Nintendo console nobody wanted to review returns soon, and I'm here for it again. Yeah, it's about the Virtual Boy on Virtual Boy on Switch 2,
Mm-hmm.
where you have to buy that peripheral just to play it
Mm-hmm.
instead of them using like the actual emulators. that they know exist that, lets you play the games without the headgear.
Hmm.
hmm They're really obsessed with pushing the Virtual Boy headgear on any Virtual Boy re-release.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. Ooh, dude, you want to know how much this CIB?
What?
$50.
Okay.
That's not bad for a Nintendo. That's not bad for a Nintendo DS game.
No, it isn't. And I am listening. It's just I was trying to not get hit.
Sorry.
No, no, it's not you. It's just like I had to focus.
Yeah, cheapest seeing it go for with the case with just the cartridge is about roughly $30 at the minimum,
Hmm.
and so yeah, it's fairly affordable, but not super cheap. I mean, it's still like $7 shipping, so it's closer to 37. So it's closer to $57 for the whole CIB package.
Hmm.
But I can if I can spring $60 and the listing is still there later, I'm down for rebuying CIB. A lot of my games aren't CIB due to the fact that when I either bought them, they didn't have the original box back in the day because I hadn't started collecting. I hadn't started building like my gaming collection proper with try and keep them all in their boxes.
Hmm.
Or I ended up selling the original game CIB for credit and then buying it back later. So, yeah. So, since you just played and beat Kirby in the Forgotten Land recently, tell the peoples your thoughts on it.
Definitely enjoyed it.
Oh, hold on. You can use that to get through the
I know.
stone. Yeah.
I'm trying to, but I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I think I have another one because I'm still flowing.
All right. Give it a try.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. There we go.
There we go.
Help!
No. Ooh, we almost 100% of the treasure chest here. Anyway, back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
You definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. It's kind of been kicking myself for missing it when it first came out on the Switch.
Oh, why did you miss it when it first came out on the Switch?
Hmm?
Why did you miss it when it first came out on the Switch?
Wasn't playing too many Switch games at the time. Mainly just, you know, was playing other things.
His copy of All Stars is still sealed.
I know.
They don't. Now they do. Figurines and music?
Hmm.
Cool. I thought the chest only gave out figurines.
But yeah, definitely think it's one of the very best Kirby games I played so far.
Compared to what?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I will say this. When it comes to Kirby, most of the time, usually the games are always good, even in some way. Like, I'm really enjoying this in
Right.
particular.
hmm Well, what makes Forgotten Land stand out to you?
I don't know. I feel like it just has like a lot of like charm to it, and like in especially in minor details. Like if you wander around, sometimes you can actually see some like enemies just like doing their own thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
And how about that moment in the Armadillo boss fight where Kirby takes one look at Elflin and then realizes he's been had?
I have a screenshot of that.
I have either a screenshot of that or video footage of that.
Forget about that. What about the time where King DDD, while you're doing the dance, sneaks up behind you to grab Elfin? Spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've
It's been out long enough that I think the only people who haven't played it yet are people who missed out in the Switch era, bought the Switch 2, and are going to make the Switch 2 edition that has Star-Crossed Worlds. Because, I just bought the game on a whim when I had some credit to spare,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. I missed out on it in the first.
Oh, so those are insta kills.
Yeah, they
Gotcha.
are. I missed out on it during the Switch generation because, as much as I love Kirby, Star Allies didn't really impress me much, and well, suffice it to say, um, I was getting burned out on the collectibles in stuff like Triple Deluxe. It just felt like with the way that everything was, like I enjoyed Triple Deluxe, but then going through the hell of unlocking the EX stage, like the last Kirby game I enjoyed fully without feeling too stressed was for Return to Dreamland on the Switch. The port of Return to Dreamland.
Hmm.
And then you had my personal favorite. Um, so it's like I don't know why I said my personal favorite. I was ranting, but yeah. So it's like I found the game to be quite enjoyable, and I was like, well, I missed out on it because I just wasn't feeling Kirby at the moment. I think there was also something else I wanted to get as well.
Hmm.
With my limitations, sometimes I have to skip out in a game and get it later. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I played it and I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" First and foremost, the the mouthful mode is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's got traditional power ups. I was expecting something a little bit more like 3D Mario esque, with the mouthful being Kirby's main gimmick and no traditional power ups. So I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that it was a traditional 2D platformer with some 3D camera anglings.
Hmm.
Yeah, that actually came out really well in my opinion. So yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
definitely worth the play.
Hmm.
Mhm. I'm not sure. Like, would you say the game is worth its base $60 price tag?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, by that logic, would you also say that you feel like the $80 for the additional $20 add-on for Star-Crossed Worlds is justifiable, or do
Oh
you?
yeah, it's just definitely justifiable. I haven't gone to Starcross Worlds just yet
Mm,
because I still have to go through like the original end game.
mhm.
But so far, everything I've done through is good, and most of the challenges I didn't find that hard. Probably the only one I found hard was beating two bosses at the same time without taking any damage. That was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because I know one of the big things with like the Switch 2 in general is like the pricing of everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying Mario Tennis Fever looks great so far, but they still take issue with the $70 price tag. And
Hmm.
it's like you can argue that you oh shit.
Okay, how do you take out?
I see invincibility candy up there
Oh,
and down there. But it's like a lot of people might argue, well, Kirby and the Forgotten Land should be $80 even with the additional content because it's a port. So it's like if you play Star-Crossed Worlds and the content you feel justifies the price tag, because quantity doesn't always mean that the price tag is worth it. Sometimes quality does. Like a lot of people are saying Kirby Air Riders is a great game. They're saying it's definitely better than Mario Kart World. As much as what little enjoyment I've gotten out of Mario Kart World, I agree that Kirby Air Riders is better.
hmm.
Some people are, well, I don't want to buy it because it's $70. Sakurai did a great thing, but he gave in too much to Nintendo's demands of pricing it above 60. It's like, well, if there are people out there saying that the price tag is justified because it's great quality, fun content, really enjoyable, you know, it's like I've heard people say that Star-Crossed Worlds, the stages are harder. Like they have a ramp up in difficulty compared to the base stages of Forgotten Land.
Well, considering that there's supposed to be like an expansion to that, it's not surprising.
Yeah. So the question is, does the difficulty combined with the content of the stages justify the $20 increase to the base game?
Hmm.
That because anyone who has a Switch One edition can just pay the $20 and be done with it.
Hmm.
But some people are probably going to be like, well, I'm not buying. There are already people who are like, I'm not paying $20 for what am I thinking of? 3 Up, 3 Up.
I tried to. My
I know.
bad.
I'm not paying $20 for the Jamboree increase for multiple reasons. It's like, okay, there's new minigames, there's new modes.
Hmm.
The 2 versus 2 mode is great, but I think it should have been in the game day one last year.
Hmm.
hmm Sorry, not last year, 2 years ago.
Hmm.
It's 2024. Yeah. The new mini games are fun. You played a little bit of the Carnival Coaster. That was fun.
That was fun.
hmm So it's like it's fun, but based off everything they added, I can understand if people would have rather have paid $10 for the increase.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Content matters, whether it's quality, quantity, or a mix of both. Like a lot of people think yay, more transformations.
I was waiting for you to say that before, but I didn't want to interrupt your
Yeah.
train of thought.
Well, let's put the train back on the rails. Oh yeah. Like, like, how would you say the quality of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe day one with just the base game and the original Wii U DLC?
Definitely would say very much worth it.
High quality, especially with all the changes they made from the Wii U.
Yep.
And then how about the Booster Course Pass?
Yeah, definitely.
Good quality in general.
Yep.
Quantity of tracks was the right move. Like if they'd
Hmm.
made any less, it might not have been as great.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes quantity and quality can mix to make high quality.
Hmm.
Like 96 tracks spoiled us, and we may never get something like that again.
Hmm.
Kind of like how Sakurai spoiled us with the number of fighters. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. The characters that I want to see gone from the roster consist of clone characters, and I will give some of the Echo fighters if they're different characters. Like Lucina is an echo of Marth, so she's not a direct clone, and Daisy is an echo of Peach, so she's not a direct clone. But I can understand if people want to say just get rid of Young Link and Toon Link,
Hmm.
People want to say just get rid of Dr. Mario, So clone characters, and I don't not just because I haven't really played the games, but just because I find it to be completely ridiculous. But I qualify, and I don't care what anyone else says. Dark Pit and Dark Samus are clone characters. You can't change my mind on that.
Hmm.
So clone characters, they got to go. A big handful of Pokemon, a big handful of Fire Emblem characters. Just that.
Hmm.
The clones, out with a bunch of the older Pokemon, out with a bunch of the older Fire Emblem characters, and keep all of the characters otherwise. Because there's a handful of great, wonderful fighters that may be getting cut in the next game.
Yeah.
Sakurai spoiled us by making this roster. Now he has to figure out a way to justify any characters that get cut that people don't want to see cut.
Hmm.
Yeah. In fact, if we get scheduling with everybody we know who's trying to help us out together to revive Gaming Knuckleheads Talk, we can talk about our ideal roster cuts.
Hmm.
Like actually make a list of the characters that we want to see cut, and say everyone else has to stay in the next Smash game.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because I hate to say it, but eventually, much like how with the justification cut, with Nintendo, with Game Freak attempting to justify lack of national decks
Hmm.
anymore. Well, there's just too many Pokemon coming out. Well, that's going to become a problem in the long run, regardless. Without the national decks, there's just going to be too many new generations.
Hmm.
And it's going to become too much of a burnout for people to actually continue keeping up with collecting and filling Pokedexes.
Hmm.
especially when in some cases it's easier to capture and transfer Pokemon from older games. It's going to become too much of a burnout. Eventually they're going to just have to stop with Pokemon altogether, make a final generation. Eventually they're going to have to stop with Eventually they're going to have to stop with That's the first persistent level.
Mm-hmm.
They're eventually going to have to stop with Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
There's just some games where you're just not going to be able to keep the franchise going on. And when all good things must come to an end, those things will come to an end, and we'll still have the older games that we'll love and revisit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would rather see a $70 port of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with what I like to call arcade mode. Remember the original classic mode from 64 and Melee?
Yeah.
You know how classic mode plays completely differently now?
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the original classic mode, but call it arcade mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it brings back, like, the team Melee, the versus giant Melee type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Actually builds for a very nice, I would rather see that than a whole bunch of roster cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, getting rid of certain characters and taking them off the rosters in the future is going to show that, well, we've reached a point where you just can't keep Smash going at this point unless you have a roster of hundreds of characters. And I can understand having hundreds of fighters to choose from would be too much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take every single alternate costume in Mario Kart World, there's 50 characters in the roster, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
There's about 102 to 103 selections you can choose from with the mess that the character select screen is, because because they have them on separate, because they have the additional characters on separate, instead of a drop down menu, on separate things. So it's like, basically like, so yeah, that's pretty much that. Like, the character select screen has over 100 options. So I can understand why that would get to be a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, when people stick to their main and they play regularly on your system, they're hanging around their mains in the character select. The only thing I hate is that you can press X to sort the costumes, but it's not permanent. It resets itself every time you turn off the game. Yeah. That's bullshit. That shows lazy, bad quality, in my opinion. Yeah. So, with all the changes they've made via updates, like updating some of the intermissions. By the way, when you do play the beach area intermissions around Koopa Beach, do try to find some video footage of original release, and tell me how much better the updated intermissions look. They should do that to every intermission, because there's like about 202 of them, So I can understand it might be a bit much, but it would be worth it in the long run. Yeah. Oh, let's impress the viewers for a second. Do tell what you told me yesterday. How long did it take you to finish Metroid Prime 4?
12 hours. Technically, it probably would have been more around 10, but I had to do some backtracking for missing items, because I actually did 100% it.
Like I said to Brent yesterday when we were picking up a new Switch 2 case so I can carry more games for bigger travel, 100%ing is all well and good, but, base game alone, like, 12 hours is still impressive. Like, that is, for a fan of a franchise, that is impressive, that is dedication. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one was,
I screwed up on the lines.
I think that one is more of a very hardcore anyway, Yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a break after this stage and start up the next video with the boss fight, because after that second boss, we definitely don't want to be going over 30 minutes. I was kind of hoping that we could do one world per video, But we're definitely going to be hitting the point where we need to start the next episode. And now we come across the first sub boss of the game. Wasn't there a sub boss in the tank one?
I don't remember. I think so.
The video's up, so we can double check later.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh yes, the boss calling in minions because it's too much of a pussy to fight you itself. Which boss was your favorite in Forgotten Lands, by the way?
A little hard to say. If we're talking, we're not including the final boss, then I would say probably the second fight of King DDD.
Nice. All right, let's pop those sweet collectibles, and then entertain the viewers in the next one. Ooh, sub boss figurine. Geary approves.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. We'll be back.